quite literally 2 people asked me could I do a story time on my haunted house in County Meath that I lived in for 15 years. So of course I fucking will. Now, last time I did stories about this haunted house, somebody actually commented on the video and said we should make sure we weren't actually suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning and hallucinating some of this stuff. Maybe, but according to that little yellow budgie, it's not a budgie, it's a canary, that does be doing the carbon monoxide ads on the telly, it can kill you really fast. So I don't think 15 years of carbon monoxide poisoning would have me standing here. I don't think. Unless this is like a Sixth Sense situation and I'm Bruce Willis and I'm already dead. I think the first story, it's only right, the first one I do is of like the first sighting we had in the house. And it was actually my mum. My mum, God help her, was actually harassed by all the spirits. They fucking loved her and hated her in equal measure. I'd also like to preface this by saying there's actually a good few people in my family that have and can see dead people. Not me, thank fucking God, I would hate that. Like my granddad, he has been known to see multiple dead people at all times. He calls them bogies. So I think my mum has just unfortunately inherited that little ghost whisperer streak. So anyway, it was coming up into kind of like the twilight time of day, the sun was setting. I was in my mom's room watching the television and she was going around washing on the radiators. And she went into the main bathroom and I could hear her talking and I was like, this bitch is going crazy, she's talking to herself. And I could hear her saying, what are you doing in here with the light off, just standing there? You're after scaring the shit out of me. And I was like, who is she talking to? Because it was just me and her in the house. And so I shouted from the master bedroom, who are you talking to? And she fucking shat herself. She went, oh fuck, and she like ran out of the toilet and ran into me, and I was like, are we all right? Like, are you okay? And she said, I thought you were just in the bathroom standing next to the fucking sink. There was a woman standing in our toilet. Now at first I thought like she meant like an intruder, like there was a bitch standing in our toilet like ready to, I don't know, steal our toilet brush or something. And she was like, no, as soon as you called out, this woman like disappeared, like evaporated in front of my very fucking face. Now bearing in mind, all these haunted house movies, I kind of understand the people just stay in the house, because at this point we've been hearing a lot of shit and we kind of knew there was some type of haunting. And so when she told me that this person disappeared before our eyes, I was just kind of like, oh, that's mad. And like didn't really freak out the way you'd think you would. So I said, okay, like what did she look like? And she said she was in like a white looking kind of tunic thing and she had like a bob in her hair. And then I was also like, and you thought this was fucking me? Now bearing in mind, back then I had red curly hair down to my hole. She thought someone with a little sleek bob in the jacks was me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This woman had a bob and she had a white tunic on and she just disappeared before my ma's face. Now after this, we actually never clapped an eye on this particular ghost again, but that's the toilet we all had to use if we needed to piss at night. And I was so fucking scared of seeing something when I was trying to go to the bathroom, because at the time we had a newborn baby in the house. My brother was only a few months old. He had just been put in his own room and we could not make a fucking iota of a noise at night or he would fucking wake up and he would keep us up for hours. So we weren't allowed to switch on any lights. If you had to piss, you couldn't even flush the toilet. You had to go in the dark, piss in the dark. So what I started doing as a courtesy to this lady in our toilet, I would put my torch on my phone and I would shove the torch and my hand into the toilet first to warn her I was coming in, to give her a chance to fuck off. And I don't know, I'm not saying it worked, but I never saw her in there.